that visibility beats ability. Living in a world that the leadership system that is going to support whatever you do start from doing anything you are given to do very well, whether it's little or it's big. I welcome you to day 24 of this amazing journey, which I started sometimes 2nd January, and it is the Digital Masterpiece Business Challenge. And if there's anything that I want to tell you that this is doing for me personally, as a person, as a brand, it is the fact that we can never ever expect to see any change in our life if we are never ready to pay the price. And let me just run you through some of the things that I know can create changes, that can bring about lasting changes in our life. I want you to know that in the world that we live in currently, it is no longer business as usual. And if you can relate with this, especially to those of us that are in the social media age and people that are current, you will now begin to see that it is not the best that wins. It is not the best that wins. It is not even the experienced or the most talented that win. It is the best known. So it will be so, you can imagine if you are somebody that is doing a particular business or producing a service or delivering a particular, product, and your product is so genuine and it's so real, and anybody that tastes it can see that you have actually taken your time and you have done your due diligence, but you were not known. Can I shock you? As even though as painful as this might sound, you will be shocked to see that even people that might be offering substandard in terms of quality to the value you are creating, and once they're able to play the game of visibility, they may succeed and they will be the one that people will be buying from. And if there's anything every one of us must pay attention to and must get right in this time and days we live in, is to play the game, to know what it means and what it takes to have the eyeball that you need to get yourself in front of those people that needs your service. That you have not done well to have a good product. It is not even about you doing all the crossing of the T, the dotting of the I's to get the product ready. The most important aspect is how visible are you in the front of men and women who needs the service you have taken time to produce. So we are looking at what does it take? What is the system that supports the growth, that supports the sales, that supports the life and the business you want to build, and that you must pay attention to doing everything you need to do well so that you can get the result. Because before your business can grow, you have to scale. And you cannot scale when you don't have the system that will help you to constantly be in the front of men and women that are needing your service. So I talked about 4 basic things that I want to share with you, that when you look at what are the things that create the desire for change, you must come up with the first strong why. That is the first thing. What is the why? And when we talk about the strong why, where I'm going to with that statement is the fact that you sit yourself down and you look in yourself in the mirror and you hate what you see. And life looks as if every other person, they have gone ahead, they have figured life out, and they are doing best in their different respective niches. But sometimes, even though as a delusion of life, and no thanks to how social media has personalized the fake life, that many people just polished everything, and you want to be fooled by what they parade out there. The first lasting, awareness to change is when you sit down and you can think through your life and see what is it actually that I want out of life. From you sitting down and reflecting on that thought, to you knowing what you really want, and now when you know what you really want, what is the right emotion that is going to get you there? because you can really know what you want, and you might just be a pessimist who is just doing whatever to say, oh, I can't be this. Oh, nobody in our family is this. Nobody in our family has ever done this. So I don't even imagine or count myself as. So you're already having a mindset that is counting you out or taking you out of the reality of you even being able to achieve or become that very thing. So that is very important. So when you are thinking about that thought and you are reflecting on it about the why, and you are looking at the why behind you wanting this success, this business to succeed, is because you cannot continue to afford you not being able to live life on your own terms. You cannot continue to afford you not being able to be there to take care of your family. You can no longer being able to afford you just being exhausted, walking around the circle and having nothing to show for it. That is what is going to spur you into the action. Because as I tell you, when you don't take the right action, when you know that this is not where you want, and you have been able to process it and see people that have succeeded in that part, that gives you the possibility and the faith to process it that you also can do it if you are open to learning, unlearning, and open to taking in information. And the next thing is action, that you are ready to take action. Not just action this time around is not all about just listening and gathering information and say, oh, I need to take more courses, I need to read more books, I need to do more research. No, because there must be a balance where when you have gotten the information that could get you started, you have to take the horn by the bull and get started. And it is in it being tried, you trying it, as you are going to continue to improve on the skill. How many of you have seen somebody who wants to learn how to drive and it's only just in the class, just piling up, no writing on it? There is no way that person can drive. The next step is for you to step into the car and really give it a try, practical, to practicalize what you have learned. And it is only when you start on that journey that you begin to get results. And that is why I want to encourage everyone of you that growth requires leadership. And this kind of leadership, it is not just about the skill you have. It is about, oh, thank you very much for subscribing. I appreciate you. And by the way, if this is your first time joining, we started this journey January 1st. And here am I on the 25th day still going. I want you to just celebrate yourself if you have joined for any of the sessions. And also, please support me and just give me the like, the comment, and please press the notification bell, the subscription, so that you can always get notified whenever I go live. You know, I started this journey because I believe that I can no longer continue to give excuses and make money at the same time. That for anybody that want to see true lasting change in your life, you must first come to the gate of awareness. From that gate of awareness, you are able to tell yourself the truth because you know where you are at the moment. And you can see where you want to go, but there is a gap. What do I need to do to close the gap? I have always want to teach what I know. I've always want to share my story. From being a passionate mom who is a nursing mother during COVID and who's looking out for how best I can be a supportive wife, at the same time not killing my dream of wanting to show up, wanting to be able to give life to that urge, to that desire in me to make myself a better person, and also to teach other people how we can together be better off and make ourselves better off than whoever we are, to improve on our, and in that journey, I started this YouTube channel. First and foremost, just to teach what I know. First and foremost, just to relate to other females, women, married, who are also aspiring to aim more and know more about themselves. And in that space and in that journey, I began to work on myself. I began to see some of those things I need to pay attention to. I began to see how much I need to pay attention to being disciplined, to make sure you show up. When you say you are showing up, you must show up. No day missing, no excuses for not showing up. And when I started embracing this thing, do you know that this thing became an habit that every day I look forward to? And I'm not even after the perfectionism. There's no thumbnail, or maybe there's no this. I just said, I'm going to show up. Can you see? First showing up with a message that anybody can become anything when you are surrounded by people who are also in that space. When you happen to have yourself in a bigger room where you have people that are already playing the game that you want to see yourself in, And that is how your motivation grows, because you begin to see other people like you and you keep telling yourself, these guys are not better off than I am. They don't have two heads. There's nothing so special about what they are doing that I cannot do. That begin to give fuel to your emotional belief in yourself. And when you start growing in this belief, you will see that it's going to spur more of your action. And when you begin to step into action, your skill that you have acquired or that you are trying to fine tune is going to be what is going to be the rudiment at the background of what is going to sustain what you want to build. Because you want to require no understanding that there is no way you can become a true leader if there is no system. If there is no system through which you can measure your own growth, because you cannot lead yourself. People must first and foremost be able to see through you that indeed you have what it takes and that you are a performer, you are a doer. Because it is when you show that, that is what gives people the motivation to also want to join you. When they see you going ahead to pick the thing, let us pick this thing. Okay, let us carry this thing. And you are already on your way. You have gone ahead to start carrying. You will see that the people around you, they will come and support you to carry. So leadership is about growth, and it's about you personally accepting the fact that you must develop your personal skills. Develop yourself personally. Be more conscious of your environment. Have a clear direction of what you want to do, what you want out of life, and put a structure around it. So this is what makes people come around you. You start by you taking a decision. The decision is that I want to show up more better this year. I don't want to just be getting the name content creator, or I just want to be bearing the name I don't have. Okay, what do I create? What do people around my niche want? I want something better of. I want everybody to be able to see what are those other sources of income? What are those other things we can do to improve our lifestyle, to make a better person? From that decision, when you start showing up, you begin to see people who are also thinking the same way. You will begin to get the attraction. You will begin to get magnetized. You will begin to see the ripple effect of what you have going round. And then, when they start coming up and they are able to see that you have what it takes, it is not magic. They will just follow because they can see. And that is why it is very easy for you to be faking things, but when people move close, they can detect if you are actually real. And that's why I always encourage people, be your best self. You don't have to fake anything. And that is what has helped me in my journey, in my life. It has helped me a lot that there are times that there are places that I found myself in that it was not because I was trying to form up. Like I used to tell this story that the first invitation I had to go to the Capitol building in the White House in DC, Washington, DC, was not because I had the most touched YouTube channel or have the most viral video. No. It was this same channel. I was not even up to 1,000 subscribers. I was just doing my thing. Sometimes maybe just 10 views, maybe sometimes 5 views. One of those views might be families and relations. I'll just tell them, go and watch. Do you know? And then this time came for the International Women's Day celebration. Yeah, 2021, I suppose. Yeah. Do you know what happened? Somebody who has been seeing me show up consistently on YouTube and normally post my video to that platform on WhatsApp was the one. Instrumental was the one that gave my name, my details. And I happened to find myself among 20 women of distinguished expertise in different aspects of life. And when I look at myself and I ask myself, how did I get into this room? Just by showing up. Just by showing up. And so I want to encourage every one of you to please never wait to the season where you are all perfectly perfect, where you are waiting to be all polished before you step out to start doing and giving life and expression to what is inside of you, because you don't know what day, who may be waiting, and every time you delay, you don't know what you are delaying. Your progress, the lifting, the next level that you're supposed to get is tied to it. I thank you. That relationship, that place, that event made a lot of me. First of all, it's changed my worldview. Secondly, sitting among those women gave me hope that Adeola, for you to get here, not because you are among the awardees, but somebody locate and see something in you that will recommend you then. I must never give up showing up. And that is why from 5 years ago, since 2020, I'm still here on this channel, on this platform, not yet monetized, but I'm still showing up because I believe that it's a question of time. Because there is a law. There is a law of harvest that says seed time, harvest time will not cease as long as the earth remains. So it's a function of whenever you carry a seed, once it is 9 months, you have to give birth. It will come out. So that is why I'm paying my own price of what? Of that diligence, of that consistency and showing up until my message gets in front of the people that needs it and they begin to embrace. And this community is all about helping each other become, drawing you back to your purpose, drawing you back to that which is in your heart that you've always looking for. Who can help and how can you have a community of positive, like-minded people who together you can go together. And I want you to know that when you're talking about a leadership ability, you need to grow yourself into who you are. It is not about just creating control, that just controlling people or no. It is all about exemplary life. You able to show what it is possible to do. And when it is clear, you won't confuse me. That was why when I was sharing about some of the other methods through which you can earn money, I talked about PLR. I said PLR means private label right. And it is one of the legitimate way on people having side income by not building a product exactly from scratch, but by looking into their niche and looking into what are the questions that people in my community, people in my environment, people in my workplace, people around me are already asking. And then that product is ready made for you, and then you just tweak and own it legitimately and then package it and put it on your digital online store and start selling it. That is what I've shared. And these are some of the things I've talked about that we can do and every one of us must look forward to doing. And that is why I am explaining to you that you may want to write. Maybe you have been thinking of writing a book or publishing something, telling your story, or any of your expertise or wisdom you have, but you have always been thinking you have to do it all alone by yourself. That is not true. That is not true. You have a proven system that can help you do it without you getting yourself overwhelmed or burnout. And that is what I have explained. And that's one of the basis and the reason for this special broadcast, to help us see, to open our eyes to what is possible and to see what you also can own and to help you see that success is actually possible. And then when you know that success is possible, you also can now begin to define the success you want out of this. Is it just 10 people? Is it 20 people? Is it 100 people? Then you define it. These are the people you want to work with. And you begin to document that process. You document it. You look at what is working, what do you need to adjust, and you begin to build consistency into that space. You will be shocked at not too long a time when you start scaling. And I want you also to know that communication is key. When you are relating and when you want to grow a very leadership-based, strong one that is going to help people to carry themselves forward to doing whatever you wish, we have to be able to communicate effectively. Let people understand what you are trying to pass across. What is the message? What is in the message? What do you want them? Because it is in this clarity that is going to help you to have a buy-in. Even with the product you want to sell, you must be able to come to that place where you are speaking the language that is easy to be understood. You can't be coming to people you want to sell and you are speaking a language, English, above their head. No. You have to come to their level so simplified that they get to understand what is it that you're selling and how that product can change their current situation, how it can better their life, and that outcome that the product is going to give to them. Once you are able to do this well, that communication is what is going to create the alignment that is going to make them to connect and commit to parting with their earned income to being able to pay to that service that you are offering. And this is how digital businesses are built. They are built with system, whether you are online or you are offline. The most important thing is that once you have set up that system, whether you are sleeping, you are waking up, the system is making money for you. That is the beauty of what I'm sharing. And that is why you must give yourself up to anything that you will need to learn on how to own a PLR or a master resale right. And this is all what I do. And if you need more information and you will like me to introduce you to a PLR service that you can start working onto and owning to become your own, I want you to please leave me a comment in the comment section and let me guide you on how you can build your own first digital business and build your own digital store and build your own digital product and start showing up and opening up yourself to income across every time zone. Whether people are sleeping and waking, your store is live and it's bringing money for you. So this is where I want you to avoid any common mistakes that other people are making that is making them to, not being able to do better and do much in this space. I want you to look at what are the values before you go into that business, before you start scaling, before others start coming in and you are looking at, what are those values that you want to be known for? What are those values? What are the systems you need to put in place? Because when systems are in place, you don't need to fix anything. If the system is in place, people will conform. And people will just be guided by that system that is in place, and everything can be predictable. So I want you to identify that thing. What is that leadership value you want to be known for? I love excellence. In any little thing I'm doing, I'm able to do it with excellence. And then what are the products? What are the products that excellence will get you? How can you identify a system that can help you to remain excellent in every day-to-day showing up in your business life, in your personal life, and in the life of people you are serving? Then when you begin to document that, and then you begin to structure it intentionally, that structure intentionally, you are going to see that you are going to succeed. And you're going to have a strong leadership team that has built a system that will last through the time. I want you to know that everything that has to do with your financial life at the moment, with every desire you have, everything is in your hand. Everything is in your hand. Once you are empowered mentally, you go through the skill that is going to help you to show and play big. That empowerment is supposed to spur you into action. And when you start getting yourself volunteering, showing up where your service is needed, giving advice, opening up platform where you can give question and answer, you can answer their question. These are all series of actions that can get you in front of men and women that need your service. So I want to encourage you never to stop building and never to look down on yourself and never to believe that there's nothing that cannot be done. To have a possibility mindset in approaching anything that comes your way with regards to where you are going. This is what builds leaders, and this is what supports your growth, and this is what can keep you on that clarity path that will continue to get you the alignment that will make your business to scale. So I want to say a big thank you for watching. Tomorrow we go live again, and I look forward to seeing you. I can't stop loving you. I so much appreciate you, and those of you that will get to watch this on a replay, it's been fun and honorable doing this with you guys. And I love you. And thank you for your support always and all the time. And see you same time tomorrow. Blessings and enjoy the rest of your evening. And please stay safe and stay out of trouble. Gracia. Blessings. Bye for now.